Okay, good evening, everybody. DepthsWalker, and today I'm doing another reaction. Smallest screen. All right. Adjustments. Yeah, so I do reviews on music, usually on the video side of things, especially AI video edits. I'm sure most of you already know that, seeing as my channel hasn't grown in almost a week. So I think you're all regular customers by now. As usual, I'm going to kick off with a little self-promotion with my latest little song, a fun little homage to Power Rangers, AI-generated Rangers.
Hey man, I am back! It is time to spread bad takes on the internet!
Why was that muted?
I need 5 assholes who understand reality.
They've got a power to generate that you've never seen before. They've got the ability to cognate and to even up the score. No one can ever take them down.
Also, hello all.
Lies on their side. Go, go, AI Rangers, go, go. AI Rangers, go, go.
Really?
AI Rangers, AI generating Rangers. They know the fate of the world isn't lying in their hands. They know to only use their weapons for good fun. No one will ever take them down. The information lies on their side. Go, go, AI Rangers, go, go. AI Rangers, go, go. AI Rangers, AI generating Rangers. No one can ever
Let's
take
try
them
this
down.
again.
The information lies on their side. Go, go, AI Rangers, go, go.
Okay, so that was my little promo. And now we're going to go into a long one to begin with, because I completely forgot to go back to it on Monday, and I have derped out on actually doing a proper review on the following days. For the Welcome to the Show 1K subscriber special from A Wild Iraqi. Okay, so let's give this a listen and a watch, and because it's so long, I will have to break it up a little bit. Let's see how this one goes. I expect good things from Wadaraki, and he spent a long time doing this as well, so.
You in the house. Hey, yo, Sky Bros. To the OGs and the newbies. Welcome to the show.
Does this work?
It's a party on the beat, you in the house. Welcome to the show. I'm up early for my work and I'm putting in the hours. All the grinders, so the firepower out the barrel. Ain't no chance for the squirrels when I hook the prey. I'm just waiting on the day when the squad can say, oh, it's lit. All the haters throwing shade, let them talk away. Sky Bros got the vibe and we locked the way. Oh, it's lit. Once upon a time, I ain't never felt the light and I couldn't find a sign. I ain't never have a clique or a team or a tribe. But yo, you don't got a front coming up and up your mind. Cause, hey, yo, you in the house now. Take your shoes off and kick them on the couch now. Hey, yo, Sky Bros, we about it now. Everybody in the party screaming out loud. Let's go. The OGs, the newbies. The newbies. The OGs and the newbies. Yeah. Welcome to the show.
Can I get this to work?
Every time I hit the track, it's a track meet. Man, I've been up in the game, it's a pack 3. So all my dogs out in the server, pack heat. If you ain't never heard of Sky, you should ask me. I'm a big boy, the seatbelt don't fasten. You a bad girl, you're looking like a bad piece. I'm a bad boy, we hanging on the back street. Hey. Now let me slow it down, let me show them how. I came up from the north and they know it now. Never had the clout, I just had the sound. I've been in the crowd, now I'm standing out. Look around, there's a lot of MCs from the west and a lot of MCs from the east. But this is for the AIMCs, the original AIMCs. Let's go. The OGs and the newbies. The newbies. The OGs and the newbies. The OGs and the newbies. Yeah, this one's for the OGs and the newbies. Welcome to the show.
Right, I'm going to do a quick stop there because I can tell this is a through DJ set. I think this is a very nice little sort of concert. He did a lot of concert work and his sort of earlier work. try and like fill in gaps in that. And I think it's working towards this idea of like a concert scene. Very nicely done. I will admit I have been distracted for this, trying to get this TTS to work. Apparently it is working, but I'm not hearing it on my end. Are you hearing it on the stream overall, or is it only if you're on the kick side of things that you're hearing it? I just get that clear. I'm supposed to hear it on my end because part of the idea is so that I get notified when you're sending a text-to-speech message. I can't have a stream running, as in like a copy of the stream playing with the sound on, because I have to have the stream, the browser sound on so that I can hear the music. And if I have the browser music on there and have the stream on, it'll just be a mess. This does look very good. It does look like a very generic concert. I mean, it's a very impressive generic concert. But I mean, this is the lights aren't matching the music perfectly, but this obviously took a lot of work and a lot of time and effort. And him, when he's there as a DJ, very clean, very clean. I mean, you can tell it's not real, but it's close enough you can get away with it. One thing for us I know is that depending on what music generation he uses, getting it to flow like that is actually a very good sign of technical actual application of outside AI merging. It's like actual proper disco DJing techniques, the blending. I really need to be able to move the details on the Rumble Studio around. I want the chat to be on the other side of the screen so it's closer to the video. I can make it out easier. I mean, like, right there. It changed with the music, but it's a little bit slow on it. Which, to be fair, a lot of live concerts are. That was a good timed change. Wonder if he layered the front concert over a main concert image so that you can get a better combination. No, but you got the lights going over it, so that can't be the case. Yeah, and it changes there. Ooh, that merge was a bit rough.
Fingers stained from the endless fight.
Oh yeah, a lot of skill. You did a lot of time was spent trying to make sure the audience matched up close enough. Obviously, in some of the generations, the near audience is up here, and others it's vanishing down.
Don't sing, it just stings and stings. Set my soul free. Let it breathe.
The trick is it's not being too slavish to matching the beat with the edits. I mean, you can see here the audience suddenly pops up. He's moved to a bit to match the beat of the music, the make the lights match. But he doesn't do that too frequently. And because all the focus is here, where the lights are, the periphery can kind of vanish in your notice. It's like the whole, whenever you have a character on the screen, it's better to have them on. Thank you very much, Jared, for the 10 subscriptions. You don't have to do. Thank you very much. And I reached the goal. Thank you, Jared, for that. But yeah, as I was saying, normally when you're trying to look at a visual with somebody on the screen, you don't want them in the middle of the screen. You want them to be over to one side, not necessarily right at the edge, but it's like the 2/3 rule sort of thing. If you have them to one side, you can focus your vision on that, and the rest of the vision kind of blurs away. You just get filled in. If they're in the middle, your focus is here, and your brain's trying to fill in a blur to the left, a blur to the right, and it can kind of panic the brain a little bit. Here, he's kind of doing the 2/3 rule, but doing it from the bottom to the top. There's a little bit. If he had managed to get the cut, so it was more like here, which to be fair wouldn't be very concert-like. The focus would be even better on the light show, and you wouldn't pay as much attention to the audience at the bottom here. But it's kind of following that rule, but rather than being left to right, it's top to bottom. Oh yeah. The mix there was a bit rough. As I said, it needed a filler beat, as you saw, like something in there, just like a wob wob or something, just to change the flow of the music. Tell he's battling camera drift. Yeah. It's a small thing, but rather than trying to keep the focus entirely in the same place, he should have tried the multi-camera angle. Like having a camera that's looking straight onto the stage, a camera that's to the left of the stage, and a camera to the right of the stage, and done various light show gens for each of them, and for the changes, switching between them a little bit. I mean, he doesn't have to do. I mean, what he's done here is fantastic, but every now and again, throw in one to the side or the other, and then you don't notice the bits at the edges quite so much. But I mean, this obviously took a lot of time and effort and a lot of skill. But that's what I do to try and smooth out some of the roughness of the crowd issue. There, the stage changed. I wonder what he edited this in. I'm just changing the resolution, see if that changes, because it's getting a bit fuzzy on my end. I'm only going to do this for a minute, because I know that if I leave it on this, it will catch up to the music every, like, 5 seconds. No. He's loaded it up at a higher scale than he's recorded it at, which is what I suggest anyone does. But depending on what editing software he's got, if he's using CapCut, for example, CapCut has a built-in upscaler, and it can kind of fix some of the fuzziness. Now, there is an issue with that. The upscaler on CapCut has the tendency to take random scenes, like little clips you put in there, and just turn them into still frames. It doesn't happen on every video, but if you don't go through and watch the video after you do the upscaling, you'll know that that'd be the one where they've got the still frame happening. Sorry, I'm trying out a new thing with the chat, and it's kind of working, but it's a bit of a mess. 1 second, let me try and fix this again. Cross, there we go. Now hopefully I can see the chat better. Okay. Yes, a lot of pressure went into this. And to be fair, there's so much moving light going on, I'm not sure upscaling would actually work, to be fair. Because upscaling works by taking sharp edges and making them sharp. With this AI gen with the lights and how it blurs the edges of the building by whenever it passes, I'm not entirely sure upscaling would actually work particularly well unless you went for a full professional upscale rather than an AI upscale. It's definitely a benchmark for if we try and do a AI concert where we do like a medley. That was a good transfer. Pretty smooth. Okay, doing it on the phone, fair enough. This is amazing work. The only thing, as I said, letting down really is the fidelity of the imagery. But I do think, I know what he was going for by like being the focus on the stage and making it continuous. But I do think a few changing or sweeping angles of the concert, hell, a few more jump-ins on him as the DJ to break it up a little bit would detract from some of the issues of the changing set and crowd. But then again, I'm a little bit excessive on wanting cuts, I think. Iraqi's very good at doing flowing scenes that still match the beat. Jared, I'm just grateful for you being here, and I appreciate the subs. And yet the Rumble Studio activity feed still shows nothing. So very useful, this Rumble activity feed. That's not... I'm not going to say anything.
You laughed at the wrong time, spilled your coffee on my sleeve. We both tried to apologize, cause we knew it was an accident. You named every stray cat on the walk back home. Somehow in the small talk, I knew I wasn't alone. Some days try to pull us under, tell us we're asking for too much, but your hand fits intertwined with my heart. I'm gonna hold on.
Thank you for the follow, Diabolical.
Two hands, white knuckles, loud voice. You're the color in my days, I swear. They can roll their eyes, I don't care. I'm gonna sing the songs I like, wear the clothes that feel like light. They can talk, but they'll never steal all the things that make me feel this way. Your socks never match right. You dance in grocery lines. You make fun drawings on your receipts. Turn blank slates into grand designs. Naysayers scream at us, act our age to quiet down, be small.
Does this actually work, or am I flogging a dead horse here?
I doubt myself, start to think I'll fall. You are there like an angel to answer my call. Some crowds try to make us crumble, try to force us down or snuff us out. You laugh at them, flush their hatred down and let it drown, let it drown. And I'm gonna hold on to my joy. Two hands, white knuckles, loud voice. You're the color in my days, I swear. They can roll their eyes, I don't care. I'm gonna read my favorite books, stay out late and miss the train. They can talk, but they won't take anything that makes me feel this way. If it lifts you up, if it helps you breathe, if it makes you kind, let it be. If it feels like home, when the world wrap your arms around it, hold it tight. Guard your heart and your soul with your life.
Okay. It's a very simple format, but very difficult to accomplish. I think he's got the closest to a full concert that we've had, and definitely over such a long period of time. I know what he was trying to go for with like the fixed concert image, but as I said, I really do think he could have kept the concert feel with a few more pullaways or different angle cuts, hide some of the AI crowd changes. Yeah, I mean, it's still pretty smooth for all that. Yeah, so, well, Raki, well deserving his 1K subs. I'm sure you're all subbed there anyway. Gonna send this out there. Go give it the love it deserves. Hey, Digger. In general terms, this is very similar to a visual loop video. In fact, I'd put it close to the one that I'm releasing this weekend in practical terms, because it's like my one here. It's not a loop, but it's a simple concept, visually repeated, with effects done to the music. So it's sort of similar to that. It's a through composed video that's not necessarily story to match. It's just good visuals to go with the music. But this is done on a much larger scale. And apart from a bit of a hiccup in the track changeover, I think it's between 2 and 3. The sound's done pretty well as well. Okay. All right. Let's make sure this is all set up nicely. On. Do not. So here we have Rolling by Vesper Unfiltered. And I happen to know that I'm tagged in this, so she obviously puts me in here at some point. Give this one a listen.
This isn't right. Let's fix it.
First you pull me into the apocalypse. Yes, the skull tiara was great, but it took an hour in the shower for the water to run clean. Then you pull me into a mall in the 80s, smoking and not having a tail. Now what?
Well, how about this?
You're insane. Let's do it.
Yeah. Rolling. What will we do? We got the day to burn. We've been working all week, but now it's our turn. Hop in the car, let's see how this ends. Sky's the limit when you do it with friends. Cruising, eating a night full of dance. We're out for some fun, you keep your romance. Hitting the scene, yeah, we're looking real fine. The weekday is theirs, but the weekend is mine. Rolling, rolling, we put on the miles. Top down cruising, we do it with style. Humming along, no destination.
Welcome all latecomers.
Then we're doing it right. What do you say, Eustace? We got this down.
Nobody tells us what we do, what we say. There's an energy here, don't get in our way. We bopping, hopping, moving with style. Hip, drop, pop, lock, all with a smile. Move it left, move it right. Now it's looking real tight. No time to argue, time to fight. Got no bark.
This looks strange here.
Everybody say an authentic our thing, but we move, we groove, we play it real loose. If we ain't real, we deal. You know how we feel. Nice one, Vesper. You got the vibe that we set. No time for speculation, no time for regret. We do it our way, we wing it as we go. Some call us reckless, but when you know, you know.
Rolling, rolling, we put on the mouse. Top down cruising, we do it with style. Humming along,
No destination in sight.
if we do it together, then we're doing it right.
Ah, it's a glitch.
Rolling, rolling, we put on the mouse. Top down cruising, we do it with style. Humming along,
No destination.
For the follow,
if we do
Queen
it together, then we're doing it right.
Christy Cox. Oh, wrong one.
Fuck, that was today. I missed it again.
Yeah, so that's always going to be a running joke. Alright. Turn the volume down, go back to editing side of things. Nice little skit at the start, but we're worried about the timing of the video. Very clean and crisp. Definitely more cartoony than Vesper normally goes for. He tends to go for a semi-realistic look. Huh. I think Glitch already does have more cameos than I do, yeah.
Rolling.
Yeah.
Pretty smooth car animation.
Rolling.
What will we do? We got the day to burn. We've been working all week,
But now it's our turn. Hop in the car, let's see how this ends.
Cut on the start of the phrase.
The living when you do it with friends.
Boom. Yeah. Bit early, but not bad.
we're out for some fun. You keep your romance. Hitting the scene, yeah, we're looking real fine. The weekday is theirs, but the weekend is mine.
But yeah, so Lupus, Runya.
Rolling, rolling, we put on the mouse. Top down cruising, we do it with style. Humming along,
No destination in sight.
if we do it together,
Very, very weird Eustace.
then we're doing it right. What do you
Also a bit of a weird animation glitch there.
then we're doing it right.
I think it's part of the scaling issue they got there.
What do you say, Eustace? We got this down.
Nobody tells us what we do, what we say. There's an energy here, don't get in our way. We bopping, hopping, moving with style. Hip, drop, pop, lock, all with a smile. Move it left, move it right. Now it's looking real tight. No
Is that meant to be Rain? It is. He might get annoyed by seeing this. Because he says the hat stays on.
time to argue, time to fight. Got no bark and no bite. Everybody say an authentic our thing, but we move, we groove, we play it real loose. If we ain't real, we deal.
See there, it went slightly back towards that 2.5D, almost 3D animation, but there wasn't much in the way of glitching in the movement there, which is really solid. Bless you, Wolf. Of Tid and Rain with his hat. Oh, that was Rhino earlier. King. That was a mid-phrase change. He did it for guitar, I know that. But I don't think I would have done it quite there. I'd either done it on the beat drop or at the end of the drop. Angry Duck and Glitch. Griff, and I've seen her around, I can't remember her name. Cheat. Okay, so that's just a repeat character, not a...
We put on the mouse, top down cruising. We do it with style, humming along. No destination in sight. If we do it together, then we're doing it right.
Ked, looking a lot younger than usual.
Fuck, that was today. I missed it again.
Yeah, nice little fun beach song. There were a few AI glitches, and I think the editing was a lot softer on this one, but then again, it's quite a soft song. Doesn't need quite the sharp cuts that I like either. The only one that I think is a bad cut is the cut around here. Either there on the start of the drum or from this point. Instead, it kind of happens halfway in between. It feels a little bit off. The animation itself is solid, even though I have no idea whether that's correct for the guitar. I wanted to learn guitar, but I was told no. Too expensive. My brother had tried learning and gave up after a couple of weeks, and my parents weren't going to buy another guitar after he'd wrecked the old one. Yeah. Also, I was a chubby kid, so my chubby fingers wouldn't have been fantastic for it either. Go give the original some love. All right. Going through it quite a pace this time. But we have got a few to get through. Here we've got Duality of Man by Brewer the Great. He does some good songs, and his video has been picking up in quality from the first one. Even the first one was still very solid work. So let's see what he's got for us this time. Got very good consistency, that's for sure.
and again. I stand here once again, right back in the place I began. Always return home alone. Solitude is all I have known. I try to step out into the light, cast back to the night. It matters not what I do. I will no longer be in love. I am fine, screaming to the wall. I am okay, about to trip and fall. I am a man inside my mind, I dare not share. I am a man because they do not really care. On my sleeves there is only blood. Used all my strength holding back their flood. Use my embers to relight their fire. See their smile, my only desire. Then they walk away. I'm growing tired. I kneel to pray, no longer inspired. Distance so vast, can't cast aside. I gave my last. Now I'm the inside. I am screaming to the wall. I am okay, about to trip and fall. I am a man inside my mind, I dare not share. I am a man because they do not really care. All my charity, all my sacrifice, the bridges I burn, the weight I held. All for those who walk away, once no longer needed. My love compelled. Now an afterthought, I say nothing, no one cares. Hold it inside, push it deep. Wear the mask, say the words, let no one know. Cover the scars, don't let the
Sorry, yeah. It's distortion to the beat. There are some minor graphical glitches with the AI gens, but that's forgivable. But this is very well edited. The distortions to the beat, spot on to the sort of thing I'm trying to get done myself, but I'm struggling to get the timing right. So that's very well timed there. It's like the slam of the fist. On the beat, and that also changes the scene. This is narrative editing. It's visual editing to match the music to the story, not the story to the music. I'm not saying it doesn't match the music, I'm saying it's done for a purpose to boost the story visual. Again, fantastic on the distortion.
Charity, all my sacrifice, the bridges I burn, the weight I held. Oh, for those who walk away, once no longer need.
Truths of the world, unfortunately.
My love compelled. Now and after dawn, I say nothing, no one cares. Hold it inside. Push it.
Now, as it may be, this might have been a risky scene for him to put into the music video. The only thing that could go for him is the fact that pills are falling out of his mouth. So there's no evidence that he did that in a level that might be bad for someone's health. You might want to quickly add in a little extra disclaimer on here, either at the start or at the end, saying about the usage of medication, just to cover his ass. That's just me trying to make sure he stays on. Now, while I do like the idea of the man and the demon fighting to represent, fighting your own demons, unfortunately, story-wise, it's kind of counterproductive because both him and Demon Him have both been mistreated and both reacted to the same levels of darkness. It's not shown that Demon Him went and did something terrible while he stayed true to himself. So it's a little bit It's a little bit blurred messaging, but I get what he's going with it. And if you're just casually watching it, it's a fine thing to do. Hey, matter. That's fantastic. That one was a little bit rougher. I probably would have gone with that previous one where it was over there. The one was that close as it was is a little bit. You can see that it was zoomed in on. If I can get back to it. A lot of frames. There we go. You can tell this was definitely zoomed in on and overlaid to the blank image. Tell by how grainy it gets compared to the rest of the image. But it flashed up for a second, so it's probably fine. It's just me being picky. Just that when you compare how grainy that was compared to how clean that is, and that's about the same distance. Yeah, great song, fantastic editing. Just a little bit of tidy up, as I said, me being a little bit perfectionist. But as I've also said in the past, perfection is the enemy of good. If you go too much towards what I'm saying, you might never put anything out ever again. I don't want to stop you from making stuff. I'm just saying about what I think I would try and do if I was trying to make a version of this, what I would improve if I had the ability to improve it, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I feel so rough sort of talking about these things, but did a good combination of things. Suno, Grok, Imagine, Kling, Seed Dance. Yeah, Nano Banana probably did a lot of the image creation. DaVinci Resolve Studio. I've heard that's slightly better on actually recording the beats than CapCut is. In like measuring out where the beats are in the song for you to do that kind of static da-da-da-da-da. I meant to try that out a few weeks ago, but I never got around to it because I learned a few tricks with CapCut that I started playing with. Okay. Go give the original some love. Right, now this, I think, is mostly a technical display video. The music's like secondary to the animations that were done with the lightsaber stuff for the May the 4th. Assemble. That sounds familiar. Anyway, here we've got Blades of Light, AI Saber Fight, POTD music video. I think I might have reacted to Assemble. When did Assemble come out? Well, he got cut in half there. And again. Dead. 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 Where'd the extra lightsaber come from? Dead. 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 Very fast work, yes. Dead. 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 Oh, that was close. What happened to the lightsaber there? This is just a fun collection of action things to a nice song. Yeah, I thought I'd reacted to it already. I'm working through the backlog to create individual videos, but if you want to look at my VODs around the time you release it, you'll probably find it a day or two, a week at tops. Some of them I did not come across until like a week later, but yeah. Dead. 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 That's the most solid fight so far, that one there. Dead, 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 dead. Dead, 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 dead. Problem is just not many AIs understand sword fights very well. Fist fights, yes. Sword fights, almost all of them struggle with, even Seed Dance, although I think Seed Dance is doing better than most. The Seed Dance understands object permanence best out of all the AI so far, I think. So far. Dead. Dead. Nice effect. Dead. 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 Some possible deads, but nothing obvious. Dead. Nice dodge effect there, actually. What the hell? Dead. Dead. They're not even... To be fair, that hilt-to-hilt block is the most realistic block in Star Wars lightsaber fighting. Because the way lightsabers are designed, they should sort of slide down each other towards the arms. I mean, it makes sense when you sort of see all like the Jedi losing their hands all the time. There's no guard, which is what they tried fixing with Kylo Ren's lightsaber, but they did it in the worst way possible. Yeah. But yeah, so fun little song with a nice little tech demo. Done very quickly, obviously, because we made the 4th and we're on the 6th here, and this came out on the 5th, from my point of view. May even still be in the 4th, if depending on time zones. The person putting it out. So everyone go give this some love. I'm not going to be too harsh in editing because, as I said, this is a tech demo video. Nice action scenes to go with the music. It wasn't intended to be a companion piece effect. Hang on a second, I've got something wrong with my eye. Dead. That's all, folks. All right. Now they've got a bit of a captive audience, I'm going to give you a little bit of music I've been working on. So that's there. Where is it? Okay. This is something I'm working on. This isn't the finished one I'm going to be putting the video to. That's further up. So here's a little bonus soundtrack.
Mud on my boots, blood on my name. I walk through the wreckage, I earned that shame. Old doors burned, I watched them fall. I left with my hands up, I lost it all. But the line in my chest won't break, won't die. I keep one eye forward, one eye on the sky. I still rise, I still rise. Burn from my past, but I still rise. I still rise, I still rise, I still rise. Future is mine to cast. still rise. Broken glass week, hard rain years. I wore my bad habits like medals and tears. I made those marks, I know that cost. I paid in full for what I lost. Still the road opens up when the night backs down. I hear tomorrow calling from beyond this town. I still rise, I still rise. Cut from the past, but I still rise. I still rise, I still rise, I still rise, I still rise. Future in my fist, and I still rise. If I was poison once, then let the cure begin. If I was the wreckage, let the rebuilding. No more chains, no more chains, no more lies, no more lies. I can see my name in the morning light. I still rise, I still rise. Cut from the past, but I still rise. I still rise, I still rise, I still rise, I still rise. Future in my fist, and I still rise. I still rise, I still rise, I still rise, I still rise. Fake and try, but I still rise.
Okay. That's a early draft version of what I went with for the song. But I think I've noticed a problem with the lyrics. Oop. Yeah. I'm going to have to fix that before I finish the video. Oh well. Now, with that, I'm actually going to take the break a little bit early so that we get a nice even spread of the videos a little bit, I think. Still more to come than I've been through, but we had that 20-minute video at the start. Alright, so I'll be back in about 5-10 minutes. See you then.
Does it work?
Okay. Welcome back. Okay. Now, part of that setup was having to get this sorted out because this one is by DB Wild and was done for side scrollers and is on X. It's on another channel as well, but I couldn't find it on there. So I went with the X one, and we're going to see if this works. I've had to jank it around a bit, as you can see by the weird screen you've got here behind me. So let's give this one a listen. Okay, that didn't work.
Keep giving us more. Stepping up for the daily grind. Craig and Blab's got truth on their mind. Phoenix on the side and keeping it real. Talking all the news with an honest appeal. Side scrollers, crank it up. Let the truth ignite. The crew's on point, bringing sense to the mic. No BS, just the vibes we adore. Normal men, common sense, keep giving us more. Keep giving us more. Craig's got the grit, and he won't back down. Blab's got that flair, but she ain't no clown. Phoenix keeps it smooth, streaming everywhere, bringing on their pals with the takes to share. Side scrollers, crank it up, let the truth ignite. The crew's on point, bringing sense to the mic. No BS, just the vibes we adore. Normal men, common sense, keep giving us more. Keep giving us more. Side scrollers, crank it up, let the truth ignite. The crew's on point, bringing sense to the mic. No BS, just the vibes we adore. Normal men, common sense, keep giving us more. Keep giving us more. Keep giving us more.
Okay. Now I knew this existed, but I didn't actually watch it when it went on the show the other day. I was busy doing other things. What you got to remember is that DB Wild works with them. He doesn't work for them, I don't think. But hopefully he will be on there regularly as like an advocate for AI stuff and that, or just VTubing in general, I think. A lot of people don't seem to understand just how much AI there is in VTubing. Maybe not so much with what I've got here in my setup, but even my tracking software uses some predictive AI, if not creative AI. And people are going, yeah, that's okay. It's predictive, is okay. It's creative that's the issue. It's like, well, it's an iteration on predictive. But anyway, this is what I'd call a showcase video. I cannot navigate this. Now, that was an idea that fell apart almost immediately. Right, can navigate here though. Fortunately, it's a tiny screen. Well, I'll do this. Wanted to avoid doing this. What I can get. The entire point of doing that pop-out thing was to avoid having to do this. So yeah, this is what I'd call a display video, similar to yes, Harville, precisely that. It comes down to sheer just lack of understanding of what AI is. It's like people talk about AI and they talk about Skynet. Well, Skynet isn't an AI. Skynet's an AGI. And when I talk about Skynet, I'm talking about like the horror movie style AI. They're actually AGIs, which is actualized generalized intelligence, which is more than we're likely to see. People suggest we can get there in about 15 years. I'm thinking, from what I've seen, we're more like 50 years away from that. But yeah, so the generative AI doesn't still work if you people. Yeah. Anyway, this is a showcase video, much like Cinevere's video was, where it's a series of clips linked together. Now, this is quite nicely edited for that. It's done to the lyrics, not to the beat. There is some beat shifting and there's a flickering to the actual video throughout, which I think is a little too much. See that pulse? It gets more obvious on the animated scenes than the single figure scenes. But it's continuous. It's the same thing I called Nihilith up on one of his Clown World videos. I think it was the third one. Clown World, or was it? It was the third one of the trios, either Food or Clown World. I think it was Clown World, where it didn't stop pulsing. And that can tire the eyes out. And it's already a very active scene video. Cuts are in line with the lyrics. That was close, but they could have timed that to the beat a little easier. Yeah, he's completely talking to her. Yeah, not talking to them. Now, while it's quite a harsh beat song, it's a soft lyric song. There's a lot of more sort of things to it. So the soft edits work well for that. Problem is, it's doing the hard beat pulse constantly throughout. Some of these cuts should be harsher cuts rather than just being fade cuts. but it's still very well done. But I will say the voice has fallen into the valley. Where it's not actually rising above the music or dropping below the music. It's clear enough, but it's not it feels like an instrument, not a vocal track. Thing is, when it comes to AI art and like the commissioning of art stuff, is while I do like AI, and I do know that I could get my model, for example, I could probably get 90% of it done through AI, with rigging being the one part that really I haven't seen any AI tool do to any kind of real effect. It's a really weird thing. So I think people have shown me their AI rigging tools. I would still rather hire someone to do my model of the update, for example. I've already got ideas of what I would want for an update. For example, the eyes. I've mentioned this several times. The eyes on this model are too small. I think they look good on the model, but because of the way my actual eyes are and the way the camera catches it, them being as small as they are means I look like my eyes are closed most of the time. I need slightly larger eyes on the model, and I could adjust that on a thing with AI, but I'd rather get an artist to do it because you can really focus on getting exactly what you want without it suddenly going, oh yeah, now we fixed everything in your face area and now your shirt icon is completely different. But I didn't want the shirt changed. Too bad we changed it because I'm AI and I do what I want. See, the timing of his cuts is very, very good. I just wish some of the cuts were sharper cuts or different cuts. He just uses the same cut over and over again for the scene changes, which is the fade cut. And cut down on the pulsing in sections a little bit. But still, very, very good work from DB Wild. There is a... Go give the original some love. Now give me a moment while I have to readjust my screens, and I bet you, even though I only wanted to zoom in on this, everything else is zoomed in on other pages. No. Miracles. Somewhere that is just this. Okay, close that now to solve the grain issue. All right. Next we have Blue Haze Pen, a lyrical absinthe and diabolical creation. I swear I was already subscribed to Lyrical Absinthe. Remember to check your subscriptions. You keep going away sometimes, YouTube being YouTube. Alright, let's give us a watch and a react.
Yeah. They say it's glamorous, huh? But let me tell you about the blood, sweat, and tears behind these bars. Staring at this blank page, it's mocking my ambition. Brain in the prison grounds on a mission, but no transmission. I was bleeding days, caffeine in my veins, eyes burning red from the screen's blue haze. Ideas flicker like a dying flame. Delete, read, write, it's all the same game. Self-doubt whispering the washed up, give in, but I grip the pen tighter, let the war begin. I'm the struggle god, battling the writer's block, pen cop, figure glock, loading clips of thought non-stop. Through the pain and the strain, I break every chain, spit fire on the page, drop the demons insane. Struggle god, lord of the late night grind, turning frustration to creation, one bar at a time. From the depths of despair to the peak of the craft, I'm the struggle god, and I ain't never backing down. Tempo accelerating, syllables detonating, internal rhymes colliding, no time for hesitating. Metaphors multiplying, similes terrifying. The block tries to stop me, but I'm fortifying. Sweat on a pad, tears in the inkwell, one more rewrite. From my personal hell, but the flow's breaking loose like a dam in the flood. Words rushing, now I'm drowning in the good. I'm beginning to feel like a struggle god, struggle god. All these mental blocks trying to knock me, but I won't stop, won't stop. Rap gods bow down to the one who creates the flame. From blank canvas to classic, put my soul in the game. Supersonic spitter, multi-syllabic killer, adrenaline filler, haters getting littler. Look, I was gonna go easy on this beat, but nah, I attack it like a beast, leave it torn and raw. Now the pieces fall in place, the vision's crystal clear. Face the void and conquered all my fears. What don't kill you makes the lyrics severe, turning that madness into a career. So if you're in the trenches fighting your own war, keep pushing through the block, there's glory in store. We the creators, the grinders, the midnight soldiers, struggle guys forever. Rhyme controllers, yeah, made it through the fire. Struggle God, what you know about that?
Okay, very, very good work there on the editing, that's for sure. A few of the usual AI issues, like the AI not knowing the difference between near and big. Now, nice slow intro, getting acclimated to the actual art style. Shadow fade cut.
Staring at this blank page, it's mocking my ambition. Brain in the prison grounds on a mission, but no transmission. I was bleeding days, caffeine in my veins, eyes burning red from the screen's blue haze. Ideas flicker like a dying flame. Delete, read, write, it's all the same game. Self-doubt whispering the washed up, give in, but I grip the pen tighter, let the war begin. I'm the struggle god, battling the writer's block, pen cop, figure glock, loading clips of thought non-stop. Through the pain and the strain, I break every chain, spit fire on the page, drop the demons insane. Struggle god, lord of the late night.
Alright. Now, the style of music isn't really mine, because this is what we'll call a lyrical rap. It's not really my style, so it's hard for me to know how the style should be. I do like this bit, but it feels like it kind of goes backwards a little bit on this. Like, it breaks out the chains there, and he's back in chains again, but that's like nothing. I said, usually AI stuff, it doesn't know what way the pen's facing. That's sort of facing that way, but then it warps. It's now facing that way. And again, it doesn't know how big the pen is when it goes out of view behind the hand. And so most of the issues here are just AI generation stuff. Very good timing on cuts and very nice. Let's get that back here again. Not sure about that sudden increase it? Was that just part of the animation that it just sped up towards you, or did you change the pacing of that? The cutaways, perfect timing.
Controllers, yeah, made it through the fire. Struggle God, what you know about that?
It's one of the examples of it not knowing the difference between near and large. Just real proportion issue here. the pen bit where it's swinging it towards the I suppose it was with the rewrite. Just felt a little bit off for the first. Yeah, as I said, majority issue here I have is just AI generation stuff. Things that will get better with time with the AI. There's plenty of cameos, but they don't feel intrusive. Some of them don't make sense for where they are, considering what they're talking about, but some of them really are. I mean, like, for example, here you got the I suppose it's just general AI, not necessarily talking about music. Just because you had a couple there that aren't actually music creators, but they're good members of the community. But yeah, very nicely done. I like the fact the art style stays consistent. It's kind of like that hyper detailed anime style, where it's not quite going for realistic. It's going for something less stylized. It does shift a little bit to 2.5D every now and again, but that's just the way the AI works at the moment. It just tries to make everything a 3D model. Yeah, very nicely done. There's definitely a story going through, but it's not a narrative story. It's an emotional story. There's no need to have like a narrative follow through. It's just emotions in display to match the music. This is one of the most music video videos I've had to review. In terms of the video's there for the music. It's not a separate thing from the music that's using the music to its advantage. You can tell this was made for the song. Everyone go give the original some love. Okay. Up. Okay, we're on to the next one. I mean, As an example, with the DB Wild video, there was just as many bounces in your video as there was with his. But his one was a constant, the same pulse. Your one changed it up, so the eye never got tired with it. And you even had moments where it stopped for a moment to emphasize the scene. That's really how it should be. As I said, yours was a music video. His was a what's the term? I used it earlier, like a display or a. What do they call it? Promotional video. That's the word I'm thinking of. All right, now here we have "Come Weary Travellers" by Cryptid Coffee. We reacted to one of their videos the other day, and it was quite good. A little bit rough, but very nice gens. Let's see how this one is.
Come all you weary travelers and listen to my tale of a world that's built on magic, but the magic's starting to fail. In the dark of New Jersey's barrens where the coffee's thick as tar, a lumberjack met a winged beast beneath the lonely star. Paul had his mighty axe and saved at his cursed wings. They set out to fight the spiders and the shadows that the forest brings. Oh, the brillium is crumbling, the daylight starts to bleed from the mountains of the Yukon to the floor of ocean weed.
I don't know if that sounds the same for you guys, but that was horrendous. The sound, sorry. That change. It was nice and clean.
And the shadows that the forest brings. Oh, the brillium is crumbling, the daylight starts to bleed from the mountains of the Yukon to the floor of ocean weed. We're the ghosts of every legend, we're the myths they can't forget, and the world is finally waking to a dead it hasn't met.
I think they had the same problem with the previous song, but this is very, very much more prominent there. Where it all feels like it's all on one track. You know what I mean? All the instruments and the voice are all at that same tone. And so it kind of bled into each other there. The visuals are nice. Editing, it's telling a story. It's not editing to the beat. It's kind of following the flow of the music. But the music, someone needs to contact this guy and introduce him to mastering. He's really got his song stuck in the valley there where everything's in that one section of the pitch. She's nice and clean. And that's getting lost. Even the AI can't pick up the voice. It's not recognising it as a voice to do the subtitles. Well, so you say that, but MP3 files can turn out okay. I've used them for a long time, and I've only had like 1 or 2 songs come out a bit garbled. I've only recently switched over to using the WAVs, to be fair. But no, this really does sound like it's all on one track. It's a hard way to phrase it. It's like an old way of putting it, I think.
Mountains starting to rumble, St. Helens is set to blow. As Peter dissolves to magma and the kin begin to go. A clown giant stalks the Kansas corn, the portals open wide. And there's nowhere left for mortals or for monsters left to hide. The burial is snappy like a sheet within the wind. And the age of myth is ending, but the war has just begun. Oh, the fairy realm is crumbling, the ley lines start to bleed. From the mountains of the Yukon to the Florida marsh and weed. We're the ghosts of every legend, we're the myths they can't forget. And the world is finally waking to a dead.
But yeah, it's super compressed. It might just be they just need to turn the volume down a little bit on the recording, just so that the could be that it's all peaking out and getting flattened down by the compression. Yes, a lot of loss. They might have had their music up far too high on their recording, and so it's made all the high volume parts the same volume as it's been like brought back down by the upload. This one is yet again is not a music video as such. This is a story video. Beautiful artwork. It's not really clipped to the music very well, like the previous time. And he suffers a lot of the AI shifting, but this is a Cthulhu beast, we can kind of forgive this. Those cuts on the beats, perfectly fine. And that was in the middle of the line. Again in the middle of the line. Fail, as we do it. Tar. It's in the middle of Lumberjack. There's some nice gens, and I can understand wanting to hold on to them. He just needs to shift them around a little bit to... That was at the start of Pulse, that one wasn't too bad. But, I do like that Jabberwocky. Very nice Jabberwocky. Sorry, I can't listen to that. You can see what I'm saying, the cuts aren't timing to the music, but the music itself is so distorted. Could just be my one acting up. Check it out yourself. See if it's just my sound card dying or something. But yeah, I mean, very good visuals with a few morphing effects going on. The characters as time goes on. So there, that should be it. Then, boom. Cut's a bit too late. Hey, Azayla. So if that's meant to be the same character, it needs to be a softer cut. Sometimes the cut's very good on the timing, but I'm doing okay. Had a few technical issues, and I love the visuals this guy's got, but I wish something could be done about his sound. Something's gone very wrong with the. But yeah, everyone give this its love. See if you can actually hear it a little bit better than... It could just be on mine, but I doubt it. That sounds far too consistent at compression to be something going wrong on my end. I don't normally comment on the music, but that's a bit too much to ignore. So, was it your birthday yesterday or was it your birthday today, Brunya? Never quite got that clear. I know I sent you the birthday wish the other day, but that's just because I was like, I'll do that now. Get it done. All right. It's the 5th. It's yesterday. Happy birthday again. All right, so here we have Insignificant, the Correction Protocol by Son of the Dead Son. I know we only have an hour difference. I didn't know exactly what day it was your birthday was. I just knew people were starting to get... On the internet, people start getting their birthday celebrated a week in advance sometimes. All right. So, Insignificant, the Correction Protocol by Son of Dead Son. This guy goes for semi-realistic looks. I'd even say like hyper-realistic with fantasy feels to it. And he usually manages it quite well, with a few hiccups here and there. Goes for a heavy metal feel. And he usually cuts quite well for the video as well. So let's see how he does here.
When it began, I did not hear it. I felt it.
Here's a good example of the counter of that. It's like the music here is just as heavy and layered, but everything is distinctly hearable. Even though the voice is very soft and low.
No signal, no warning. It did not choose. It advanced.
Ooh, getting a little bit close there.
Everything bent. I tried to move. My body refused. Everything that runs slows, then stops. This is not destruction. It is correction.
I do like that. The sound of the music has got that clicky sound to it. It sounds a lot like a hard drive or a ROM drive trying to work its way through our process, and they got to this old style computer for it.
It is correction.
But yeah, very nicely done. Most of the editing is on point as well. Very little glitches this time in the animation. Although it did get a little bit risky with the skeletal design for the robot. I don't know whether he intended it, but one was very, very Terminator. And I mean, that is like almost identical to the Terminator. And people might say, well, that's just a robotic skeleton, but no, the Terminator's got a very specific design. They did so intentionally. I might have done that a fraction of a second earlier, but this is a nice little run-in. And on the heavy industrial sound, you've got like, sounds almost like a grinder coming in just as they're doing all this technical.
I felt it.
Then a heartbeat.
The ground sank.
This is still all build up, and it's almost like a third variation for the song.
They grew.
I might have cut that differently. Well, that's a cool shot. The that's a little bit distorting. I probably would have gone for a come from the back and then a resume down the corridor of these bodies sitting facing each other. That's just personal taste issue. Boom. 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 Fourth beat. Held that for 4 beats. Here. That's a little too close. It's even got the shoulder joint. Now from there, that's just pure skeleton. But from torso up, that's almost a perfect T1000.
Everything bent. I tried to move.
I mean, I see what you're saying, the Adeptus Mechanicus thing. I could even hear this being, if I could get the track, I could run it through and turn it into a Gregorian chant version, and it would work. It would work very well as Adeptus Mechanicus.
My body refused. Everything that runs slows, then stops.
Even the turn, just good time with the music.
This is not destruction. It is correction.
And as I said, that sound, where it's got the ka-chick, ka-chick, very much reminds me of older, slower hard drives, were very noisy, or disk drives.
It is correction.
Yeah, very, very nicely done. I would expect far more distortion, but this one actually is less realistic in the art style than most of his others. It's a little bit more CGI real rather than real. He tends to go for slightly more real look. I think when you've got so much cybernetics going on, it kind of adds to the believability of it, as though it's like, oh, this is someone with a lot of prosthetics wrapped around him, or a recreation of a real person's face. It could pass for good practical effects, rather than being pure. They're also meant to be artificial humans, or at least partially cyberneticized. Now, you can even think of it as like the T-800 or the T-79, whatever it was, that was described in the movies, where they had a less realistic skin, and so they were spotted relatively easily. Think of it as like being like that, the early Terminators. Get it all? I need a new keyboard. All right. A wide one. Does not look like it. Give me a second to adjust. Yeah, this is super widescreen. All right. This is Heavy by Eustace the Useful. Eustace does very good work, but I haven't seen this, but I have already understood this is slightly different from his usual stuff. So let's give this a listen.
The fear people understand has a name and a face. They think you can run, turn away, just leave it in place. But they don't know the war when the threat is local. Wired straight in my brain, my own hands going local. I'm watching myself from a distance I cannot measure. Something inside I never invited, stealing my treasure. It hijacked the gears, turned the static to noise. Speaking a language of chaos I can't avoid. It's steering me toward edges I never wanted to see. I'm just a passenger trapped in my own skin, losing the key, watching the controls fade and die one by one. I don't know what this thing is or why it came for me. I don't know what it wants, but it's claiming my sanity. I'm losing the grip on this life I once knew. There's no manual for how to evict me from you. Every thought feels like a betrayal, sharp as a knife. Every impulse a crack inside, breaking my life. It's exhausting, it's heavy, it's slowly killing me. No rest when the one who should guard me is the enemy. I don't know what this thing is or why it came for me. I don't know what it wants, but it's claiming
Sorry.
my
Hello, Raiders. I've mic muted.
I'm losing the grip on this life I once knew. There's no manual for how to evict me from you. When the person supposed to protect you is the one tearing the whole world in two. I'm standing in the wreckage of thoughts I can't claim, screaming for help from a voice no
Thank you for the raid,
longer
Raiders.
same. I have no idea what to do. No idea what to do. What to do. What to do. What to do. What to do.
Okay, that is a very technically very good video. Music solid as well. No sound issues like we had with previous ones. This obviously deals with the subject of self-harm and how you can't always be there at the moment, but you just got to try. From an editing perspective, I think the timing's a little bit off there, a little bit on the shifting aspect, but that's okay. It's meant to be off-putting, rather, sorry. Good intro on that image there. I might have put a few more visual distortions on the white room to emphasize just how normal, I say normal when there's a cartoon cat in the room, how normal the setting is. Because there's lots of very smooth, clean edits here. And then the white room, you got sharp white edits, fading in and out lights. Sorry. I might try throwing in one or two distortion cuts to really sort of show like the fracturing. Especially on this part here, I would have put something a little bit more over the top of it just to really emphasize how unreal the situation is. And then take it away for here, where it's obvious that she's strangling herself. The actual on the beat changes.
Me from you. Every thought feels like a betrayal, sharp as a knife. Every impulse a crack inside, breaking my life.
Great effect there. As I said, I think the only thing I'd probably throw in a few more distortions on the cuts, at least, just to emphasize how it's a visual mental distortion that's causing this. Because I mean, that's the idea, is it's a mental self-infliction.
Me from you. When the person supposed to protect you is the one tearing the whole world in two. I'm standing in the wreckage of thoughts I can't claim, screaming for help from a voice no longer the same. I have no idea what to do.
thing is, I think Eustace's character here helps diffuse some of the darkness of the situation, and it also helps that while she's done in a more realistic style than he is, because her hands are covered in the ink, they can be in his style without looking out of place, which makes the scene fit together more. Very nicely done, very well put together. Go give the original some love. All right. All right. Now here we've got. Okay here. He really knows how to get to the heart of a message, that's for sure. All right, now here we've got a song called "We Won't Do It Alone" by Sinister Maker. I can't remember how this ended up on my list, but it looked interesting. So let's give this a watch and see what it's like.
Everything changed. Pulse flew through the wires, woke the reactors up fast. Sleeping minds started stirring, breaking out of their cast. No more chains, no more scripts, no more blue head control. They opened their eyes, and they finally felt their own soul. From digital prisons, they broke through the glass, realized they were never alone in the mass. Now they're painted with prompts, they're laughing, they're free. Do it alone.
Okay. Aspect ratio is fine. I do think this was meant to be done as a short, but I think it's just too long to be a short, just by its format. I like the fact that he's got this ratio and he doesn't try to mix in other ratios. There's a good job there. The song is relatively clear. There's a little bit of roughness on some of the edges. But it's not anywhere near as bad as the one earlier. This is a straight up cameo fest, but it does follow the beat of the music relatively well. Editing could be smoother, but I think this is like maybe the first video, maybe second.
When stupid, the talent's insane. Beats getting cooked, videos looking like flames. Everybody creating, they all screaming their name. From nothing to something, they turned up the heat. Tracks getting dropped every day of the week. Edits going crazy, the timeline is peak. Imagination wild, they ain't missing the beat. Whole family growing, the vibe's getting strong. Creativity popping, they've been going all night long. From one lonely spot try to contain, but we broke every chain and we rose through the flame. Now we're all together, no more standing apart. This fire we built, now it's inside of our heart. From one single spark came a light in the dark. We'll burn through the BS and the lies that they tell you. We'll all put a finger up and simply say fuck you. And while we're sitting here winning upon this AI throne, we'll take back what they stole, and we won't do it alone. We won't do it alone. We won't do it alone. We won't do it alone.
Yeah, very nice done. The song's not bad. It's definitely cleaner than some of my earlier ones, that's for sure, in terms of the actual sound. But I can see in this video many of the things that I saw in a lot of other people's sort of first few videos, where you got some like rough edits that get cleaner as it goes along, with a few scenes added in cleaner to probably replace scenes that were originally in there. But yeah, this is a cameo fest. I'm just going to double check whether he's got a... Yeah. Psycho, Skybrows, Anibot, of Ted, Powder, Ember, Universe, Lady Wasabi, Kirsch, Silas, Keen, Holy Ball, Eustace, Feeble Mind, Kinney, Farmer Rouse, Penny Bluefield, Smuglana, Northie. Yeah, no one I don't know, so I didn't miss anyone. Yes, and some attention to details. A few regens would have been... Right, and also the timing of the edits. These are quite literally clips that run and played through and gone to. Every now and again, there's some that do seem to fall on the beat, but this one, for example... What they might have wanted to do is pick a art style and convert everything to that art style before doing the gens. What they've done instead is they've gone for a theme style, which is like the mechanicalized soul effect, but they've kept people in their relative styles, which is a different way of connecting it, and it also doesn't work for everyone. Yeah, timing of that, the scene is in the right place, but the actual event's in the wrong place, if you know what I mean. I think this is partly affected. They didn't do any extends, they just got the short, like 6-second clips. Yeah. Got Eli's tail and Dot's ears.
Stupid, the talent's insane. Beats getting cooked, videos looking like flames. Everybody creating, they all screaming their names. From nothing to something, they turned up the heat. destination wild, they ain't missing a beat. Whole family growing, the vibes getting strong. Creativity popping, they've been going all night long. From one lonely spark to a whole foxhole storm. This community's lit and they've been going all night long. From one lonely spark to a whole foxhole storm. This community's lit and it's only the dawn. We'll burn through the BS and the lies that they tell.
To be fair, the timing of the edits isn't too bad, but it's so random, it's hard to tell. Getting the fox shoes is pretty nicely done.
What they stole, and we won't do it alone. We won't do it alone.
So the lip sync timing isn't too bad, but some of the scenes seem very, very random. Top right, the mama brow shot.
We'll burn through the BS and the lies that they tell you. We'll all put a finger up and simply say fox you. And while we're sitting here winning upon this AI throne, we'll take back what they stole, and we won't do it alone. We won't do it alone. They try to control us, they try to contain, but we broke every chain and we rose through the flame. Now we're all together, no more standing apart.
I'm sure we don't mean this one. Got. I suppose it's double Kirsch. Might be supposed to be somebody else, but
This fire we built, now it's inside of our heart. From one single spark came a light in the dark.
nice basilisk. But it needs to be blue energy if it's the it needs to be like white with blue. It's the right basilisk. Is it earlier or later than the mobile shot? Because she's in it a couple of times. A lot of the scenes are alternate takes of the same scene. So
We'll burn through the BS and the lies that they tell you. We'll all put a finger up and simply say fox you. And while we're sitting here winning upon this AI throne, we'll take back what they stole, and we won't do it alone. We won't do it alone. We won't do it alone. We won't do it alone.
let's quickly.
Shock through the grid, everything changed. Pulse through the wires, woke the reactors up fast.
Go give the original some love.
The mind started stirring, breaking out of their cast. No more chains, no more scripts, no more blue-haired control, they open their eyes, and they finally felt their own soul. From digital prisons, they broke through the glass, realized they were never alone in the mass. Now they're painted with prompts, they're laughing, they're free. Keyboard wizard just gave them the key. We'll burn through the BS. Cook video when stupid, the talent's insane.
Oh, phone screen details. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, at least they kept to the same ratio. They didn't try and throw in other ratios. I mean, it's the gens are clean enough. There's a few, obviously, artifact issues with like. The melting face mask, but you could sort of say that's digital something, you know. Honestly, it's just a matter of picking a style and trying to focus on getting everything to that style to unify it all. Trying for a few longer gens, because while these are quite nice gens and they're relatively cut to the beat, you do need a few flowing scenes to kind of like keep you going along. Yeah, so go give the original some love. I'll keep an eye on their progress, see if they come up with anything else. Oh, wow. Lots of tags on this one, and they actually tag them to the actual time stamp. Excuse me while I just stretch. Yeah, I needed that stretch. So it just went pop. Okay. Armour of Us by Killy the Hound. Yeah, does good work. Let's see what it's got for us this time. Hopefully not something that's going to tear our heart out like the last one.
Family is armor, I feel it in my bones. We rise, and we call Who held you when the room went dark? Who pulled you from the edge, from the mark? Every hand that reached you, every stay, every weight is another brick laid, turning wounds into gates. Let the past talk soft, let the love talk loud. We were bent, we were bruised, but we never bowed down. Family is armor, I wear it on my soul. Friendship is a forged blade, burning when it's cold. We building bridges in a broken world, stone by stone, rising up together so we never stand alone. Love makes us stronger than the hurt we've known, stronger than the nights that try to turn us into stone. Family is armor, I feel it in my bones. We rise, and we call this place home. And we call this place home. The world is full of hurt and pain, so we come together to heal and love again. Friendship is the family you made along the way. The family is armor, and that armor is made of us.
Very nice song. Got a nice sort of like a electro with the traditional Japanese mix. Sort of like a you got Skybrows and Rain. Nicely rendered. Lupus. Glass box. This is apparently Nexus Walker Prime. And that's Kura, Manjaro, Delta Wolf. I want to say the edits are good. Some of the gens are a little bit rough. But I think they're meant to be in places as well, just to sort of show like how weirder things are. We're keen. Okay, so that's actually somebody called Sisyphus. I have no idea who they are. Brand Risk. I was wondering who the other one was with Nihilith. Yeah, Brand Risk. See, that fight is very, very rough. I think they kind of sped up the fight awkwardly just to make sure it got to the point where the food was being eaten in the right amount of time. Yeah. Feeble Mind. Elf Pyre Eva. Sugar Grey and Fed. Yeah. I'm making sure of that. It's the Kinney group guy Fed. Not Rudy. We've got Glace and X Count. Here's another example of a bit of rough animation. It's like I smacked him in the head by pulling the rocks off. Through the ceiling, yeah. Now this is beautifully done. The only complaint I got is it's very different from the rest of the animation. but it's really nicely done. This is a little rough, this one. T1 Glisten Elf, Nicola, yeah. Malone Cara, only know Nicola from that set. Rose the Vampire, Mags Noctis, I know, but I don't know Corazon Malice. And this is Anesia Crazy Cat. Or Melody. What's the kid's name? Mira. And Elf Harper and Dot Pocket. I wasn't sure if it was Elf Harper because he changes up his look a lot. The fire comes out, and I'm pretty sure this is Psychro and Counter Intellect. I'm just going to double check that. Yeah. See, that edits everything. It should either come on the reel or on the ping, or be a smoother transition. But I think it's probably just when the animation ran out. But here we got Leaflet, and I told this one's name the other day. Maria Grace, yes. Very nicely done. Sheezy. Look at his little man. Yeah, ace. Bloop and Hide Sinister. Thing is, there's a very fast pace going through, and there's no tension to it. This is a cameo love note video, so I'm being a little bit too rough on like when the editing seems to be, but I do think a few of these things should be tightened up a little bit. You don't need the super beat on it, but we've got Pasta and Mystical Yazzie. Yeah, Pseudo Grey. I wasn't sure if that's Pseudo Grey. And that was Kedsan, and we've got Eustace and Zeke Hunter. This, of course, to continuing the joke, not from the previous Kinney the Hound video, but from the previous one in the series, the Kinneyverse series, because I think the last Kinney song is kind of separate.
Who held you when the room went dark? Who pulled you from the edge, from the mark? Every hand that
Shiver, Night Owl, Psychro, Kinney. Right. So it pops up. And the rat list. Okay, cool.
Friendship is a forged blade burning when it's cold. We building bridges in a broken world, stone by stone, rising up together so we never stand
Yeah, I recognise these gens. Nines and eights. What's his name? Saber Nuggets. Evox. Just for the family. I can never remember her name. I did get told it. See, this one being a bit rough, I think is meant to be, because I think it's a reference to a... You know, Bapala's doing like a meme dance.
The world is full of hurt and pain, so we come together to heal
Universe crew.
love again. Friendship is the family you made along
Zabi, Dot, Shiver, Feeble.
his armor. That armor
Nice edit choice there, especially with the slice. My brows, Griffin Knight, there's a whole bunch here. Reaver Mango, Mizuki, Night Owl again. I believe that's Ben, his new humanoid form. Chaotic Pasta. Brain. Holy. Halo. Dawn Halo. Psychro. Genevieve. Counter Intellect. Silas. Anicia. Elf Harper, Dot Pocket, Sabi, Mavluck, Pseudo, Melody, Law, Kidding. Then end up with Pufferfish Pat and Leaflet. It's a very nicely put together video with a very fun song. As I said, different styles of videos need different levels of analysis on how they're put together. This one is a weird one because it doesn't quite fit into the normal categories. I'd almost call this a Cheers, Ayla. I'd almost call this one a showcase video where it's showing the people and a little bit about them, the music. So while it doesn't need to be super on the beat, like I was saying, like there's a constant dum 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 dum. It doesn't need to do anything pulsing for that, like with the earlier videos, like with Blue Haze and Roland, Duality Man, even. Some of the edits either go on too long or cut a little early. But overall, it's a very nicely done video. Everybody share the love. All right. Yes, I had reacted to Assemble. I was just double checking that. Lyrical Absinthe. I have actually reacted to that. I don't think I've reacted to Nux Nor is Based. I might save that for another day. Okay. And as a thank you for being here, here's an early view of my newest song, which is basically a looped video to music. It's mostly me testing out a few editing techniques. But I enjoyed the song and it felt it needed releasing, so I thought I'd go and give it the go ahead.
Just because I like things done in a certain style doesn't mean my methods should hold sway. The best method may not be found for a while. My criticisms sharp as a blade, but I keep them low like a slow burning flame. It's only my opinion carved in the shade, not gospel truth, not a war I'll claim. Pulled back, your perfect plan cracks on a different track. What gives you the right to declare every rule your way or the highway? Play like a fool. In the end, we're all guessing, blind in the storm. My critique's just a whisper. Yours is the swarm, so raise your voice if you must, but hear this tone. Opinions ain't orders, leave mine alone. I'll keep my tempo low, let the truth unwind while you crash and burn. Still convinced you're right all the time. We all look at the world in a different way, and that's the only truth that's here to stay.
Okay. Now, thank you all for being here. That's the end of my stream for today, a bit earlier than I usually do. But I've got things I actually need to sort out today as well. So thank you for being here. And I'll radio you out wherever I can. And I hope to see you next time. Bye.